I don't answer questions.
Okay, is there somebody here who can answer questions?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, I don't really know how to respond to that, sir.
Got anything you want to say about that?
I don't answer questions.
Would you mind telling us why?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thursday, March 3rd. I'm here at City Hall, 1960. Restoration 1986, Biloxi City Hall. Hello, man. It's a nice old building. It's right down the road.
Yes, sir.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Can I help you?
Oh, no, I'm just checking out the area.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Beautiful building you folks have.
No, thank you.
You got a lot of nice artwork in here too.
Okay, that's private offices
Huh?
back in there, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to the
Okay,
offices.
all right.
Thank you though. I don't know if these are the mayors, all the mayors, or city council members. Probably mayors. This is the new group right here to June 2021. These are some of the older ones.
Hey, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Fine. Sir? Not you, no.
Yes, can I help you?
No, I'm just wanting to let you know you really shouldn't go past there.
Yeah, I can go in the hallways. I just can't go into the
Yeah, I know, but
offices.
you-
Yeah, I know where I can go. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right, absolutely. And I know we offer a lot of training and services for those veterans and their family members. But for those family members, supporters, and even veterans that are watching right now, what are some things that you can specifically say that they need to be on the lookout for if them or their loved one may be struggling?
Hi, can I help you?
I'm just checking out the facility. Is there anything up top here?
No, it's just an attic and
Storage?
it's not closed. Yeah.
What about down here around the office right by the woman's bathroom?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That's another office member.
I was just wondering, because it's incredibly messy in there. There's sandwich baggies on the floor and...
He's retired and he's in the process of cleaning his stuff out.
Is he? Okay. I was like, man, I know that ain't the mayor's office looking like that.
No. So you touring the building?
Yeah.
Have you been to the second floor? Has anybody given you a tour?
Well, I've been to the second floor. No one gave me a tour. The young lady just told me I couldn't go into the offices, which I already know, but...
I mean, if you want a tour, I can give you a tour. We give people who... I mean, this is on the historic walking tour. I can give you a tour if you're interested. We can go to the second floor and give you some history if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, that'd be great. It seems like it's an old building. Oh wow, that's a little scary. I'm afraid of heights, so.
Okay.
Oh, that's scary.
So, what brings you out? Yeah, this is just office. This is what brings you to the building.
My car.
Why are you interested in this building and looking?
Well, I go and I do public buildings all throughout the country. So,
I did. I think. Hold on. We were talking. Yeah, it is. My screw was scratched. Thank you.
So I go and I just document public buildings, their history, whatever information's available to the public. A lot of our government buildings have beautiful artwork from local artists, that kind of stuff. So.
Are you from Biloxi?
No, I'm from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I go all over the country.
Thank you again. See you later. If you go on in, I'll get the lights.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, this must be the city council chambers. Of course, it's got some beautiful artwork here on the walls. This is a really nice room. It's nice and grand.
Well, my name is Cecilia Walton. I'm a public affairs specialist for the city.
Okay.
So whenever somebody comes in and tours the building, like I said, it's on the historic walking tour. We like to give, at least that's in public affairs, we like to give them, give anybody a tour. So this building was built between 1904 and 1908.
Okay.
It took 4 years to build due to hurricanes and pandemics, because we had the flu pandemic that began and stuff.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
Spanish flu in 06, yeah.
Yeah. So while this building was being built, it took 4 years, but it is built of marble on the outside, which was actually brought in from Europe.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of questions I get when people ask about this building. How has withstood Hurricane Camille and Hurricane Katrina? Well, one, the road is a little elevated, if you ever noticed coming up, and of course it's on some stairs, so the building is built with a layer of concrete marble, or marble, thick marble, then it's built with a layer of bricks, so it's a brick building as well.
Oh, wow.
And then of course it has, the regular, back then it'd be plaster and
Right.
wood and stuff like that, so it's very, very thick.
Right.
During Hurricane Camille and Hurricane Katrina and there was another hurricane, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I think it was like in the 80s. Most of the damage this building receives from hurricanes is roof damage, from the roof,
Right.
and then water leaking in. Actually, during Hurricane Katrina, the mayor at the time, Mayor Holloway, he actually stayed in this building.
Oh, wow.
And so did the public affairs manager. He's not here right now, but he stayed in this building as well and actually filmed some video and stuff like that. You can see the water rising, cars floating by.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, is this a balcony, it looks like?
It is.
Okay.
When this building was built, if you notice, it is a balcony and it's only windows.
Mm-hmm.
When it was built back in the early 1900s, it was cheaper, apparently. I was told this by a historian. It was cheaper to build windows instead of doors. So to get out on the balcony, there's only 2 windows that open that go out on the balcony.
Oh, wow.
You can go out there and look at it.
Wow, so you have to actually go through a window
Mm-hmm.
to get on the balcony. That's weird.
Yep, and that's
Now-
the way it was built.
How would that be more, cheaper? Would it be, I guess, because the wood used in the door? I mean,
Maybe so. I didn't ask those details when the historian told me that, but yes.
wow, and look at those
Apologize.
windows. Those are huge. All right.
Yep, and that's the original marble. I don't know if you've ever been to Washington, D.C.
I have.
And if you look, several buildings are
Yeah.
built with the same type
Absolutely.
of
I think
marble
the Supreme
design.
Court's, built with the same marble.
So, yeah,
Wow, this is beautiful.
it is. And when this building was built, it was a courthouse and a customs building, and then it also became a post office. The first floor used to be the post office where everybody had all the mailboxes. They didn't have that long counter. Everybody would come in and get their mailbox, check them out on the first floor. This was the courtroom. It was the opposite layout, where the council, right now it's the council.
This was the
Where the
courtroom?
where the council members sit. It was actually back here where the judge sat. And right through there was the judge's chambers. Now it's the mayor's chambers. But he's not here. I usually take people in there to see him, but he's not here. I see his car's not even here.
Okay.
But one neat thing that I like to tell people, come on in here.
Yep.
Now, when this was a courtroom, if you look up, you see the little circle on the building, and you see the lattice.
Yeah.
Years ago, there was a walkthrough, and that's where the U.S. Marshals would watch court.
Oh, wow.
Of course, back then they didn't have all the technology like they have today, or the
Exactly.
cell phone. So they would watch, and if something would happen, they would run down here. Now that passageway has been closed because I've already tried to check it myself.
Yeah, that stuff's interesting. I mean, you don't know what you might find up there. Could be a newspaper from
Right.
1910.
It's not. We're actually the small little attic that we have up there. It's just really storage with a small little walk-through to the roof.
Yeah.
So that has been closed off. But like I said, now it's the council chambers where the council meets 3 times a month. The mayor and also some of the other administrative employees will use this room as a meeting room, because of the large tables.
Yeah.
But the wood is original. I will say that I believe it was in the 80s. There used to be a drop ceiling.
Okay.
And it covered all of this. So this architecture
Oh,
is
wow.
original to the building. Now, the colors may not be,
Right.
but the design is. And the drop ceiling was put in years ago to help with the air conditioning, cooling and heating.
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, when the city kind of did a little massive renovation in here, they removed that and was like, wow, why did someone cover that up?
Yeah, I don't imagine I would know. Maybe it's a cost effective. You're not cooling that amount. Because as we all know, heat rises, so that's
right.
nothing but heat up there.
Right. Yeah.
So beautiful though.
And then one more thing that I actually have went to the library and looked at the plans and the basic layout, even the offices, is the same as when it was built in 1908, and that's pretty cool.
That's excellent to think that you're working in the same office that, some of the founders of the city might have even worked in. I mean, obviously not the founders. You were founded in 1700, but
You're right.
but some of the early pioneers of Biloxi to help, get the state and the city where it is today.
You're right, and it was cool in the past. I'm talking to some of the past mayors that would come in. One had told me, like, out front, there used to be glass that blocked, I guess, the staff from the people, but you could see who was coming in, and the secretary actually sat in the hallway. Another mayor told me about right after the elevators got put in, he had came up here after hours to work. There was no cell phone, so he got stuck in the elevator for 2 hours. Apparently they didn't have the call buttons like they do now, for the phone.
Yeah.
He got stuck in for 2 hours, and he said he doesn't know how he did it, but he somehow finagled the door open, and he was in between floors, and he crawled out. That's how he got out.
Oh my God. You know what? I stepped in the elevator to go to the second floor here from the ground, and it was a suspect. It sounded pretty suspect.
I have to say that several years I've been working in this building, people have gotten stuck in there a few times and have had to push the button. The firefighters have had to get them out.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be using the stairs from now on.
Don't blame you.
But when I stepped in it seemed to like sink a little. Like you could feel it. Yeah, like a little bump, and I'm like, oh my God. I said, I hope I don't die in here. I said, well, I'm only going to the second floor. It's only 10 feet,
You're right.
12 feet.
Yeah. But I will say because of that, and where my office is, so I hear people coming up all the time. So I do know that the elevator guys comes like once a month and checks it and oils it, and I'm like, oh, good to know.
Yeah.
So they do
Yeah.
keep
In
up with
case
the
of
maintenance on
emergency, use the stairs.
it. You got that right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So that's it. Like I said, the wood is original and the marble is original. So
Yeah.
you don't go to very many buildings, especially on the coast. You said you're from Florida?
Yeah.
So you're on the coast with hurricanes that are still standing and that still have all of this, this history that you can still see.
It's amazing. I much rather see these types of buildings than the newfangled ones that they make, because I mean those are, I don't want to say gaudy, but it doesn't have the personality, it doesn't have the flavor, and we're in the South. This is what I expect to see when I come to see a city hall in the South. A nice, big 100-year-old building that people have taken care of.
Yeah. And you say that, so you won't be able to go in it because they're renovating, but 2 streets over, and then you head north, and you will be able to see, you might have seen the scaffolding on front of a building. It is our Sanger Theater that was built in the late 1920s.
Oh, wow.
And actually the council, they kind of went back and forth because it needs so much renovations. And it has over the years, but again, where we live, the deterioration kind of is excelled, sometimes with storms. And the council kind of went back and forth on that same theater. Should we just tear it down and build a new one, or should we repair it? And Mayor Gillett just, no, this is history. We want to repair it.
We gotta
So
save
it's
it.
going through a massive renovation right now. And
What about the post office? I heard that the post office was historical here too.
this is the historical post office.
No, the other one, I guess, where they have accounting on the third floor.
Oh, that is one building over. Yeah. See, I don't know the history of that building.
Okay.
Yeah, and they may, if you go in, they may know it.
Usually
the
there's like a
areas.
little block.
There might be
on the
out
outside,
there. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's on the. And you say that. I don't think it's up here.
Usually, yeah, the builders will put a
There's
block
little,
in.
Yeah, it might be on the first floor, but I thought it might have been up here because we have a. I'm really good friends with the genealogist and our local historian because I love history anyway.
Yeah, me
and
too.
she told me about that, but I can't remember if it was up here. It might be on the first floor.
Yeah, usually when I see an old building like this, I usually walk around the outside. It's usually on the corner
Yeah, I
somewhere.
was gonna say it might be down there, and I apologize.
Yeah.
We just had Mardi Gras, so they're still in the process of cleaning up.
Yeah, I saw a whole bunch of beads here. I saw they tossing them up. Woohoo!
But that's what it is. They're in the process. So, sorry about this. It's usually not like this. It's usually really nice.
No.
The mayor uses this all the time. And he brings people out here all the time.
No, absolutely.
Yep.
Heck, Mardi Gras, I'm sure that brings a good bit of business here to Biloxi.
It does.
So, I
And
mean,
especially since of COVID last year, we did not have Mardi Gras, so everybody's excited to have it.
Yeah,
And then you said some of
absolutely.
the artwork. We have actually this painting right here.
Uh-huh.
It was done by Joe Moran. I don't know if, oh no, that one was Mary Moran. That was his daughter. Oh, I guess we don't have a Joe in here anymore.
Now,
We
is this
both-
a house here locally, or is this just a painting that they
It's
did?
actually of the tallest manor that was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina.
Okay.
So that was an historic house, but Morans are, I don't know if you've learned any of the history of Joe Moran. He's a local artist.
No.
So we used to have a lot of artwork in here on him, but I can see some of it's been replaced by his children. That one's by his daughter Mary, and the other one up front is by his son Tommy. But I know you had mentioned artwork too.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm not
no.
sure you did that one.
Well, you know what it is people, when I come out to the buildings and people watch my videos, they enjoy seeing that. I got subscribers from all over the world, people
Yeah.
that'll never come or never be able to come to America. So this kind of stuff really fascinates them, you know, as well as it does when I see, you know, somebody touring old Paris or something like that, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Well, I'll show you one more thing, but I don't know all the details in the secretary. I don't think she's back yet. But let's go up front. So another, right up here, another, oh, how much is that painting? $500,000, okay.
for the one here, the
Yeah,
big
this
one
is
with the
one that-
pottery.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I saw that. It was from like 1899 or something, right?
This one has been appraised at almost 300,000.
This one too? Oh my God. It doesn't have a plaque on this one.
So that one, okay, so then we have another artist, and we're really famous for is George Orr.
Okay.
I don't know if
I've
you've
heard of him, yeah.
Okay. So, that is actually a painting of him in his art studio. And this
okay.
is very interesting. So, I don't know where it was. It was somewhere in the city for years. And then it actually got put in storage. At one time, it was in a museum in the storage. And then Mayor Gillett, our mayor, he was elected in 2015. So he heard the story about this painting and he wanted to find it. So he found it, had it appraised, and now it's up here. But that's of George Orr, our famous artist. So the mayor's very proud of this painting. So he
I would be
he
too.
usually brings people up here and tells them about this painting.
Yeah.
And that painting is actually painted by someone that George Orr worked with. I can't remember if it was.
I see
Or
William.
was it a mentor?
William
mentor,
Steen.
Or an apprentice.
Yeah, William
I
William
forgot. I
Steen.
remember the history of that. I used to know it, but yeah.
But I'm sure that is depicting a local area because it's a big
It is
fishing.
actually depicting the blessing of the fleet, which
Okay.
is an event that's gone along the coast for years, decades. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
It was something that they brought over from the old country. When the immigrants came here from Europe, the blessing of the fleet was a tradition that they had there. And what the blessing of the fleet does is, at the beginning of the shrimp season, it asks for God's blessings, safety on the water, and of course, a bountiful season.
If anybody needs safety, it's those shrimp boats, man, because
Exactly.
they're tiny.
Exactly right.
Yep.
I had a buddy that used to shrimp, and he said, you know, he goes, I said, man, they pay you a lot of money. He says, the reason they pay me a lot is because it's guaranteed that in its life, every shrimp boat will sink.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah.
That's usually the final thing.
Yeah. So yeah, they definitely need all the help from upstairs they can get.
I do agree.
Well,
I
guys,
apologize
That's
for
it.
interrupting.
Yeah, no.
That's it. That's,
thank you guys for taking your time. I know you guys are busy.
Oh, you got the whole tour?
Oh yeah.
Wow, good.
Is this public
Oh,
candy?
yes, it is. Definitely.
Oh, I'm gonna have
Yes,
to
that's
take
what
that
it's-
fund
Which
in.
is good and bad.
And then here's the lapel pin that we like to give people whenever
Of
they get into the
course.
city.
Of course.
City Hall. Yeah.
Thank you. And what was your name again?
Cecilia Dobbs Walton.
Cecilia?
Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Do
You've
they
been a
have one of
pleasure.
your cards in there?
No, they don't.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you give him the mayor's card with the mayor's email address on it?
Yeah.
Because that way, whenever he creates this video,
I can
perhaps he will
Yeah.
email it to the
mayor.
mayor's email address.
Absolutely, I
And
will.
when
You
do
guys.
that, tell him who's gonna be seeing it.
Oh, well, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that'd be
Is
cool.
that, yeah, no,
Yeah.
we'll be able to, yeah.
No, absolutely. You
Share
guys have
it.
been great here. I really appreciate it. A lot of times people, they see a camera and they get apprehensive, but I tell them, I says, I'm just recording, man. I'm just,
And
enjoy
this
it.
this is the public affairs manager, Vincent Creel.
How you doing?
Vincent, nice to meet you, sir.
Isn't she good?
She was above and beyond is what she
That's
was.
what I like about her.
Cause when I come into buildings like this, I kind of do a self tour. I don't like to bother people and interrupt their business or whatever, but she volunteered right away. Hey, I'll take you down there and show you and everything. So that's really,
It's a great building.
it's impressive.
Did
The
you
building
see
is
on the
beautiful.
stairwell all of the presidential declarations?
I will as I go down. I took the elevator up, but I won't make that mistake twice. All right, guys. Thanks for your time. All right, you guys have a blessed day. I will. I've got a little bit more time in Biloxi, then I'm heading back to Florida.
If you want to go back out there, you're free to on the front porch.
No, yeah, she's already took me out there.
Closing shot, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I think I'm gonna go across to the bleachers and try to get a shot of the front.
I'll tell you, when that sun is coming down from over there, it just lights up that marble.
I know.
Have you been to the Fred Hayes statue?
No.
It's across from the lighthouse. Have you been to the lighthouse?
No, I just got into town, like literally just got into town. A couple hours. I plan to see this building, the post office. I heard the other one is supposed to be, is it that way? It's supposed to be historic, so.
Well, whenever you leave, go, I don't know where you're staying or where,
Well, I can go anywhere. That's the great thing about it.
so we get out on the beach and head west
Mm-hmm.
and just keep going and you'll see the big lighthouse. When you see the big lighthouse, right north of it is the visitor center, which is not a historic building, but it's rebuilt to replicate an historic building, and it does have some historic things in there,
Okay.
such as the marble glass from
A building that was destroyed. There's a woman, if she's working down there, her name is Yvette. Yvette works behind the counter, and you tell her you were over here and we sent you over there. And
She'll
man,
give me
she
an
will-
earful.
Oh yeah, she'll tell you some good stuff.
Yeah.
But south of the lighthouse is a statue we dedicated on February 13th, and it's dedicated to Apollo 13 astronaut and Biloxi native Fred Hayes.
Okay.
And it's on a replica of a Saturn V rocket.
Oh,
And on
that's
top of that is the statue. So you got the statue, the lighthouse,
and then the moonwalk.
and then the moonwalk.
It's an artist, yeah.
Yeah, the moonwalk south of there, but you got the visitor center, the lighthouse, and the Fred Hayes statue all right there in that area.
And
all
Fred
right.
is
Well,
one
it
of
sounds like you
24
guys have already planned my day out.
Awesome.
Your money shot.
Where's the best place to eat lunch at then? How about that?
Oh, there's a couple of them. You know, I mean.
Well, I mean, if
look
you're
at-
going from here to there, I mean, you can go to Mahoney's, Mary Mahoney's, that's an historic
If
place.
you're
to
looking
go.
for
Mahoney's?
Oh yeah, the Mahoney's it's a little upscale. There's one right here next door that's a bar and a restaurant. They specialize in po' boys.
Okay.
There's a what is it? What's the one across Fuji? Right across
Oh,
the
yeah,
street
if you wanna
from
stay
it.
right in here.
And then there's another one right over here called Half Shell Oyster House, which is really good too. So you got three of them on three corners right here outside the front door.
Then
you
I-
can at least go in and look and see the menu.
Oh, of
if you
course.
want. But don't forget that Fred Hayes statue, man. That's
No.
some cool shit.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going
And
there.
right next to the visitor center.
Now, in the lighthouse, can I go up in the lighthouse?
Why don't you ask them if they'll let you go up
For
there?
the
Yeah.
They usually give tours from 8 to 9 in the mornings because
Oh.
of the heat, and the coldness because of the weather on the coast. But yeah, if
If
that's
Bill Raymond's over there or Yvette, Tell her that we told you to ask him, maybe they'll let you.
Maybe.
You know,
All
but
right.
They usually do it from 9 to 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe that gives me a reason to acquire a hotel room for the
Do you do a
night.
lot of this?
All over the country.
Okay, so
All
do you
over
have
the
a
country.
website?
I do.
There you go, look at that.
I do.
Now, do we get any royalties for talking to you?
Whatever.
No, I'm involved in First Amendment activism is what I do.
Okay.
So usually what I do is I go out to public buildings.
Are you the guy that was in the police department the other day?
I don't know.
No,
No,
he just came.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
somebody, well, I thought it might have been the same group. Somebody was in the police department the other day. John talked about it at the directors meeting, asking a bunch of questions.
yeah,
And
no,
it's
I haven't got to the police department yet, but I do like a lot of the public buildings, and I just come out, like I said, and I record, and
Good.
a lot of times people understand our rights and respect it, and then sometimes they don't. So basically, I just try to educate people on rights citizens have, and what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do, and that sort of thing.
We
And
try to be transparent here. And there's Mr. Transparency.
I mean, you can run me over if you want.
What's your,
Two.
Mayor, we have a visitor. Say hello.
Hello, how are you?
Mr. Mayor?
I'm Fofo Gillis. Good to see you, man.
nice to meet you, sir.
Huh?
You can bring me to get my car to the Pops Fair.
A $71,000 luxury
It
vehicle.
is that luxury.
If you
I love
need
that
me- If
picture.
you need me, let me know.
And that was the fire chief that was with him.
Okay, good.
Anyway, hey, can we get more transparent, you think?
You guys have been some of the best, actually.
Thank you.
Actually, and that's what everybody needs. Everybody needs to see their government doing good work, being transparent, and being for the people.
We are probably the only city in the country, my friend, that does something like that right there. Once a month, delivered via U.S. Postal Service to every citizen in our city.
But then
Wow.
we also put it
I-
online so anybody can have access.
I would
to it.
actually say that you're probably right,
You
because
check that out.
I've gone to a lot of cities.
You check once a month, man.
Yeah, usually, like I seen the Southern Mississippi Living magazine.
Yeah.
So usually a lot of areas will have that, but I've never seen a city actually publish their own.
I realize we're dipping our toes into the private sector, but the media is so splintered today. TV or website or newspaper, which they don't exist anymore. So that's a real effective way for us to get our
Information.
information to the public.
Absolutely.
Transparency.
Absolutely. I love it.
Man, I'm glad you came.
I love it. Thank you. Yeah, you guys have a great day, and
Thank you
then
as well.
thank you for taking your time.
Check out what the mayor quoted to me the other day. We were talking about something,
Oh, right.
and he says, it's like it says in the Bible. Because I told the mayor, I said, I've been telling Cecilia, I'd rather get in trouble for doing something than doing nothing. And the mayor said, well, there's something in the Bible about that. Read to him what it says.
I know your works. You are neither cold nor hot. Would that you were either cold or hot. So because you are lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth.
In other words, don't just be.
That's it. Yeah. Even when you don't make a choice, you're making a choice.
Exactly right.
But that really, I know I read it slow, but I was trying to concentrate on it.
Oh, it's written in biblical verse.
I know, but that's what I was.
Couldn't believe it. I said, Fofo Gillis quoting the Bible?
That's the mayor.
That's him.
That's the mayor.
Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
You have a beautiful day. Have a
You
great
too.
weekend, okay? Get some fishing in.
See you later. I thought you'd enjoy that, Cecilia.
There's the thing from the president, Herbert Hoover. There's Woodrow Wilson, Coolidge, and Franklin D. All right, guys, so Biloxi City Hall. Beautiful building. Excellent people. Friendly people. Seems like there's only one way in and out. The other doors are blocked off. C-130. That is really low. Take a look around the neighborhood. You can see some. We're in Biloxi. And this is the Biloxi City Hall. These people have been great here today to me. They've shown kindness. They've shown transparency. They took time out of their day to fill me in a little bit on their city, which, as most of you know, that hardly ever happens. Most people just want me to go away. I got a camera and they're afraid I'll catch them doing something they shouldn't be. But these folks here, they didn't really mind at all. We had the one lady who was trying to tell me where and where not to go, but you know, once you've been doing this thing for a couple of years, you kind of know where you can go and where you can't go, you know. So no need to tell other people really, I guess, how to do their jobs. But other than that, everybody here was kind and cordial, and again, they spent time out of their day to help educate me and educate some of my viewers that have never been here to Biloxi or may never get the chance to come here. So kudos to them, guys. So I'll release this one as a pass. There you go, buddy.
Man, you were complaining about my office?
Was that you?
That's me.
They said you're getting ready to move on out, huh?
Getting ready to retire.
Oh,
It's the job of my life. I've enjoyed it so much.
You're living the dream, my friend.
Our job is to give people a front row seat on what's happening in our city.
That's it.
Between Katrina, the oil spill, Camille, through everything, man. Gambling arriving. It's been a great story.
Yeah, I bet.
Thank you for coming to see it.
You've done a great job yourself, my friend.
Well, thank you. Don't forget to go see the Fred Hagen statue.
I'm not going to miss it.
Our most famous native.
There you go.
See you later.
Thank you, sir.